Broadcasting live from the Vegas Video Network studios, just steps from the Las Vegas Strip, it's Talktails! And now our host, she's our very own kaleidoscope of talent. What? It's Kelly Clinton!
Welcome to Talktails on the Vegas Video Network. I am your host, Kelly Clinton Holmes. Welcome to the show. We have a beautiful live studio audience. Hello. Hello, live people. You are in store for a great show today. Our special guest is, first of all, he's a new resident here to Las Vegas. He's our newest headliner in town. He is the 5th season American Idol winner, Blue-Eyed Soul, big, huge recording artist, right here on our show today, Mr. Taylor Hicks. Taylor doesn't know this, but although we've met once before, we have a huge connection that I'm going to tell him all about in a little while. But before we meet Taylor, I want you to meet a couple of other people in the studio that are a part of our show. The Talktails Orchestra, Mr. Kenny Davidson, with special guest James Davis, who just got off a plane and ran over here to be with us. And our producer-director, Scott Whitney, just got back in town, too. Welcome home, Scott Whitney.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Yeah, you just got back from Mexico, is that so?
Sí, ¿cómo está? Muy bien.
I'm sure
¿Dónde los baños, por favor?
Okay, great. That just means he drank a lot while he was away.
Sí, grande drinky.
Hey, Scott, do you want to hear about my connection with Mr. Taylor Hicks?
Sí, yes, I do.
Well, it's not like a television connection, or we've never recorded anything together or anything like that. But I read, I should say, or I had someone read to me. My husband goes, hey, listen to this. And he told me that Taylor Hicks is, a lot of the influences musically are people like Elvis and Ray Charles. We're going to get into that with Taylor. But he mentioned that Wayne Newton was someone that he admired. He doesn't know that where he is opening his show, where he's working there now at Bally's, at Indigo Showroom, is a place where I started in town singing and met Wayne Newton for the first time and worked with him after that. Can I tell you the first words that Wayne Newton said to me when he saw me in the lounge?
Yes.
Someone say yes, please.
Yes.
Or we'll be,
you know what? I feel like I'm very much a straight man in this show.
He said, Kelly, you are absolutely a beautiful and talented young lady. In fact, you are a budding superstar. Yes, you are. And if there's anything I could do to help you with your career to further it along, I would absolutely love to do that. But right now, 5, 6, 9, 12, Dr. Shea, happy anniversary. How you doing? I want to thank you for seeing me again. We may go on our separate ways, Kelly. Still, the memories stay for always. My heart says, Dr. Shea, Dr. Shea. Take me home, guys.
Hey, Kelly?
Yes, yeah.
Kelly?
Yeah, Dr.
You sure you don't want to drink during this show?
Well, I thought that was really significant.
No,
and then I
good.
went on to work with Wayne Newton over the years, and he's someone that I admire, and I understand why Taylor admires him as well. He's the ultimate showroom. Showroom. Yes, he is a showroom legend. He's the ultimate consummate entertainer, is what I was trying to say. Hello? Is this thing on?
No, I'm not even sure where I'm allowed to come in now, quite frankly. I was in Mexico for a while, drank some tequila. I'm back here now. And I walk in, you say, I'm going to do something special. Next thing you know, you're doing this. I'm like, well, hell, I'll sit back and watch it.
Oh, by the way, before we go to break, and we're going to come back with Taylor Hicks, I want to say that I'm working with Clint Holmes, who I happen to be married to, this weekend at the Smith Center. He's doing his show this weekend. Is it the 3rd, 4th, and 5th? Yeah, it's the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm his special guest. So I'm excited about that, and I hope you'll come join us. Scott, will you be there? Nice talking to you. It's so exciting talking to you.
Clint, will I be there?
Yes. We'll be right back with Taylor Hicks.
You know, one of the things I like best about the Vegas Video Network are the people. There are no divas here. Everyone is exactly the same off camera as they are on.
Hey guys, what's cocktail of the week this week?
You know what? I'll let you know what it is when it's time for you to know what it is. Why don't you get off the stage and get back in your production hole? Oh my God. You know what? And tell cheap-ass Whitney to get us some decent brand liquor. This hobo off-ramp crap ain't cutting it. God, idiots.
Totally.
Welcome back to Talktails. I'm your host, Kelly Clinton, and apparently I did not scare Taylor Hicks away with my Wayne Newton. Please welcome Mr. Taylor Hicks. Welcome to Las Vegas. Now, you're here for indefinitely at Bally's, at the Indigo showroom. And it turns out that I just found out that you auditioned for American Idol here in Las Vegas.
I did.
So it's very cool that we have you here now.
Vegas has a big part of the reason why I won American Idol, and I would, just from the story, if people hadn't heard it, I was one of the last cab rides in Hurricane Katrina, and spent about 15 hours in contraflow traffic in Hurricane Katrina, and went to West Monroe, Louisiana, and then from West Monroe, the storm passed. I drove to my hometown in Birmingham in a rent-a-car. Southwest gave me a free ticket anywhere in the continental United States to fly to, and I decided to go to the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. I pulled up, I dropped my car off, and I looked on the board and found Las Vegas and flew one way to Las Vegas. Got here about 1 o'clock in the morning, I guess. Walked around, found a little hotel room, and my brother called me at like maybe 1:30 in the morning and told me American Idol tryouts were in 2 hours, and I walked from the hotel room to the convention center, and the rest is history.
You know what? I don't know why. I don't know that story, but that is amazing. I thought you came out here because they have auditions, and sometimes you miss the one that's close to you. Right? You're from Alabama, right? And that's why you came here. That's amazing.
It was completely on a whim. I'd never been to Las Vegas in my whole life, and as an Alabamian, Las Vegas is, growing up and playing as much as I did as musically and stuff, you never in a million years think that you would get a chance to go to Vegas. I think the furthest I got north in my van was Little Rock, Arkansas. For that kind of fate to be bestowed upon you by the good Lord upstairs, it's a blessing.
That's amazing, Taylor. And let me ask you this: can you take us through that? Okay, so you went to the audition, and did you wait in a line that was full of 500 people?
Yeah, it was. And you know what? I would suggest if there was one audition line that you should wait in, it's the one at 4 o'clock in the morning in Las Vegas.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Because there's people that there's people that I don't even think are that have auditioned that just have decided to get in line for some godforsaken reason, and not only that, put 1,000 lit Sylvania light bulbs on themselves and turn them on and off, and it was quite amusing. I don't think if there was the entertainment value around me, I don't think I would have stood in line, but. That was such a blessing, and it was funny because people were asking me, so where are your children? When are your children in line to audition? And I was in an oversized Ashworth golf shirt, and, definitely they checked my ID about 5 or 6 times before I actually went in and decided, they validated me to go in because I had this long, shaggy gray hair.
Yeah, you get that a lot with your gray hair.
But it worked out well. I think...
I would say so. I would say it worked out pretty darn well.
I'm blessed. From an auditioning standpoint, I think if you find something to emotionally connect to, which I did from a song standpoint, I sang Swanee River Rock by Ray Charles because, being a kid, I was 27, not a kid, but, being here for the first time and then having someone in line with 1,000 Sylvania light bulbs lit on themselves. and trying to get through this juggernaut they call American Idol was you have to hold on to something, and I think musically and lyrically I did.
Oh, you absolutely did. You were, we were such big, we still are.
You were the first two people I actually saw. Like my first show in Vegas, I'm all nervous, and you and Clint were so very generous to come to the first night of the show, and
we were thrilled.
It was really an honor to have you guys come and be the first people I see after the show to welcome me to Las Vegas. I really appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. We're so excited to have you here in Vegas. Now, you're there 6 nights a week or 5 nights a week?
5 nights.
What days?
I'm dark on Sundays, and I'm dark on Wednesdays. So it's been, I've had such a great time. It looks like it's going to be extended. So I'm happy to be a part of the Vegas entertainment landscape. He's going to stick
around for a while. This is really great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We're so excited. And you have your band that you've been working with for a few years?
Yeah, I have. I have musicians that I've been working with on and off for about 6 years now when we tour. And a couple of guys are from older, configurations.
Right, of your band.
A few new ones. But it was just such a blessing to have those guys come out as well.
It's great. It's like you have your family now, and now you're starting with Clint and myself, and I know you've made lots of friends in town already. We're going to be a new family to you.
Thank you.
You're going to stick around, and we have so many more questions for you on Talktails. We're going to get behind the scenes, ask some of those questions we want to know about the judges and the other contestants. We'll be right back on Talktails with Taylor Hicks.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
Welcome back to Talktails. We got some funky music going on. Hey, if you want to get in touch with us, you can email us, talktails@vegasvideonetwork.com. Or if you want to leave us a web-based voicemail, go to the site, follow the directions, and press record, and you might even make it on the air. You can join us on live chat right now and ask Taylor your questions right here, right in the moment. If you don't get to watch the show, you can watch our show anytime on the Vegas Video Network, iTunes, YouTube, Roku, KSHP 1400 AM every Saturday at noon. Welcome back, Taylor Hicks.
Thank you.
Behind the scenes, first of all, I have to ask this question. On the show, you're under a lot of pressure when you're on American Idol. You're singing different songs a couple times a week, couple songs each show, and I'm thinking there's no teleprompters, are there? Mm-mm. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. You're doing special appearances, right? You're rehearsing. When do you sleep? When do you eat? And how do you memorize those songs?
That's a lot of questions.
Let's go with the songs first.
Well,
how do you memorize those songs so quickly?
I think the first thing that you have to realize is that the only way that you're going to be able to win the competition is if it's all about the performance. Mm-hmm. And I think for me, when you play as many bars and little southern rock clubs that look like something out of Blues Brothers with all the chicken wire and stuff, if you play enough of those and you get that opportunity, you have to understand that, the 2.5 minutes that you're given on television and singing in your song is the most important out of any of the things that you get to do during the day, like promotions for movies, etc. So you have to really be in the moment with your music. So I had headphones the whole time that we were moving around as a group, studying what I was going to do, premeditating what I was going to do. So, I mean, having been an entertainer pretty much all my life, when that moment happened, really being able to study when you had some time away and you weren't with the group, or you were with the group but you weren't doing anything. Right. That's when you really can separate yourself from all the other contestants on the show.
Yeah, that's the whole thing is your discipline and your focus, and that's what you did. We have a live chat question. Who is it, Scott, and what do they want to know?
We had a couple. Jody and Denise actually on our website asked if they could provide, or you could provide some information on your unreleased country album.
Oh yes.
Tell us about that.
That old question.
Ah.
I am working on a country record. I've been, living in Nashville for the last 6 months, since last fall, and spent a lot of time down there, and really excited about, putting that out when it's ready. I'm trying to find really great songs, and I think when you're dealing with the country, genre, I think you're dealing with a fan that to a certain degree, from a live music perspective here, the fan that has been listening to country music all their life, been listening to some of the greatest songs ever written on earth. So they're very familiar with what a great song is. Releasing a country record is no different for me. I have to put 11 of the greatest songs that I can on record, and it has to be soulful. So with that, the two that have asked me that question have probably asked me that in other live chats at the same time. I have to make it ready. I've got some really great songs on there that I'm kind of releasing, individually.
Right.
But
so you're taking your time and you're not rushing it because it's got to be right.
Yes, I'm not. It's not like that. I'm getting any grayer.
Before we go to the next live question, I have to ask. So you've been great for a long time. I had a cousin I still have a cousin, Salt and Pepper by 16 years old, and then completely silver by 20. Yeah. Is that your story?
I'm sticking to it.
Did they pressure you on American Idol to maybe put a little of that L'Oreal for men?
They wanted to. I told them unless Just for Men was going to come with this huge offer to diet, and I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to change it, and so I never, they wanted me to darken it. I wish, now that I look back at film, I wish they would have just cut it, but it was, no, it'll stay.
Well, I'm glad you kept it. Do we have time for our live question, our live chat?
Yeah, we got one more real quick. Sandy wants to know, Taylor, what will you take away from this Vegas gig going forward, both in your music and just your regular other parts of your career?
Well, I think this, the community, like Clint and yourself and a lot of the people that I've met are just, they're so, acute, and they have such a great eye for live entertaining. That's something that, I have definitely, even the 3 or 4 weeks that I've been here, I've really had to step my game up from a live perspective. And I've been doing that as a kid, but here there's a whole nother ball game. I mean, and I've just learned from some of the best live entertainers in the world. And when they say this is the live entertainment capital of the world, they mean it.
This is so exciting. Taylor Hicks is here. We have more questions and maybe a little music coming right up on Talktails after this.
This is David Ivey from Pub Crawl.
You're so...
It's funny because this is David from... Wait. You should just leave it on. Hi, I'm David Ivey from Pub Crawl, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network. And scene.
Welcome back to Talktails. We have Taylor Hicks as our guest. Clint and I went to see your show, as you mentioned earlier, and just blown away by you and your band. There were several songs, but the song 19 was so special. Can you tell us about that?
19, I found off of my last record, The Distance. It's about a fallen soldier, and I tell people a lot during my set that if it wasn't for the servicemen and women that were fighting for our country, then we really wouldn't be here and being able to be in this great entertainment landscape they call Las Vegas. So I'm very proud to be a part of the Wounded Warrior Project. Tomorrow night we will be presenting a check to the local Wounded Warrior Project for 10,000 euros.
Woo!
So I'm really excited about that.
That's wonderful.
It's been, just taking this gig out here in Las Vegas has been allowed me the opportunity to be able to do things like that. Right. So I'm very indebted already to the community of Las Vegas and what they provide for me as an entertainer. So.
I'm a big Elvis fan. Are you a big Elvis fan?
Oh, yeah.
I can feel it. I can feel it when there's another entertainer up there.
You can smell the peanut butter on me, can't you?
Exactly. I wasn't going to mention that. But anyway, In the Ghetto. Oh, boy, do I love the version that you do.
Yeah, I knew that I was going to be dealing with about 40,000 different Elvises out here.
Hey, so you're sitting right across from one of them. I'm the female Elvis here.
I'm telling you, I've got.
So, man, go ahead and answer the question, baby. Answer it now, man. Answer right now, baby. Do it, man. Come on, baby, we got time.
You're making me nervous. I'm going to say, it's not the peanut butter I'm smelling on me, it's the peanut butter I'm smelling on you.
Okay.
No, I just decided to make that version really groovy. I was thinking Donny Hathaway at the time, or probably listening to Donny Hathaway, and all of his stuff centers around a groove. And I think In the Ghetto is one of my favorite Elvis tunes. So I was just, it was great. The band's really great.
You taught yourself how to play guitar at 19.
Yeah.
Was it because you just had something in you had to get out, or was it kind of a thing where I got to make my own music and I've got to, right?
I think it was the latter. Yeah, I think all signs were pointing on me being an entertainer, which deductive reasoning tells me I should go work at a bank. But I think after you teach yourself instruments, that's when God has the plan for you, I think. And I was able to teach myself guitar and harmonica and sing and put all of that together and write what I feel. So I think when you put all of those things together and you have no formal training, and you're emoting and you're outputting music and, people are paying for it, which is, always good. I think that's when you, really go for it.
You're fascinating.
Well, no, I'm just a musician from Alabama that's just real happy to be here in Las Vegas.
He's got the passion. I wanted to ask some American Idol questions about the judges behind the scenes, but I think it's more important that maybe we could jam a little
crazy.
bit.
How about that?
They're all crazy. But you did have some good friends. I want you to sing though.
Yeah.
But you made some good friends and you keep in touch.
Lifelong.
And that camaraderie we saw there was real.
Yeah, you really don't understand what's really going on until after the show and you go back home. And that's something that when there is fame and you do become famous in a certain sense with other people. It's a bond that you create, and I keep in touch with some people from the show, and I hope that they do really well in their own careers.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Did you talk to the guys about a little something? Can we get a little Taylor Hicks before we go? And it's Bally's Indigo.
It's Bally, yeah.
Showroom, I called it, because they turned it into a showroom.
They did. I'm really, really pleased. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for being our guest.
How about I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain.
Sorry.
Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, I've done all I can. You see, I beg, stole, and I borrow. Yeah. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
We'll see you next time on Talktails. Taylor Hicks. You are awesome.